Alright, my dear YouTubers, this is part 3 of what to do with a bunch of carrots. I found myself a broccoli, 1 potato, and, believe it or not, 1 tomato, which is also going to go chopped up in there, with a little bit of ginger. And I thought about putting an onion, but no, I'm not. This is going to be a vegetable stew. Put it over here. So, that's the vegetable stew. Then the other carrots, we're going to fry. They're going to be, roughly this is the fried potato. So, vegetable stew, fried carrots, and let's talk about it. This is what we got rid of, which was basically the reason the carrots were so cheap. The skin was kind of like bruised. Bruising on a root comes naturally all the time. It's not like, it's not going to bruise sooner or later. But in this method, you take the skin off, then you make 1 set of carrots, which you cut, kind of like this, just regular cut, and then 1 long cut. There we're going to make a vegetable soup. I'm going to put a little bit of cream on that once it actually cooks. So, first we're going to deposit all these vegetables here on the plate. The tomato, also chopped up. With the vegetable broth, we'll have a choice of actually separating the broth and the vegetables, which is an okay idea, or keeping it as a soup. Either way, it's going to be delicious. Now the ginger. Ginger is a very powerful spice. You don't want to overdo your ginger. This is about as much ginger as you need on a vegetable stew, because this will give it a whole lot of flavor. If you chop it in smaller pieces, it'll give it even more flavor. So you chop it up like this. That's more than enough ginger for this whole stew. This piece of ginger was pretty expensive. I found this ginger in the market for like 30 pesos. So let's put some water on this, and we'll go in the fire. But before we put the stew, we're going to fry the potatoes. You can add salt to this, but I don't. We're all kind of like, that's going to wait until after the fried stuff gets done. You can add salt to your potatoes, to your vegetable stew. I don't, because A, we all have bad kidney stones, and B, you can add it after the fact. You don't need to add it right away. So, alright, now the fried carrots. By the way, if you've never tried kombucha, this is kombucha, folks. You take your pineapple rinds, you throw them in a gallon of water, out of 1 pineapple, 1 gallon of water, about maybe 5 spoonfuls of sugar. If you would like it really sweet, maybe 10. You let it sit for about 3 days, and you'll have the most amazing beer, pineapple beer, called kombucha, which is absolutely delicious, nutritious, and fantastic. Anyways, so folks, we're going to put our carrots Got a fire over there, and we're gonna add a little oil, liberally. More oil, the better on this plate. Don't have to worry about, you know, the oil not reaching, running out of oil. And now we're gonna wait it out. Clean this up. If you do not separate your organic garbage, you are a fool, because ya casi está. Because it is a wonderful thing to have organic garbage for your garden. You can actually make it all this goes over here in my organic garbage dumpster. Now, I usually put dirt around that so it'll absorb the garbage. You do get a few fruit flies on it, or you can't help that, but you know, you don't worry much about it. And, yeah, we gotta wait for this to fry. Now this guy, Vicente Fuentes, one of my favorite of all conspiracy nuts, or whatever you call them, researchers. He's like, he's from Spain. I think he lives in Barcelona, I don't know. And he brings some amazing subject matter to bear. Folks, that's it for, oh well, you'll see these. The consistency of this. Well, anyways, they'll be like fried potatoes, but not quite as strong. Anyways, that's the cake, beans, fried carrots, and soup for later. That's it for Robin's Survival Kitchen today. Have a nice day. Bye.